Here we are with another web game review. Today is the turn of this. Well, it says it's a browser port of an Android game called Zombie Survival 3D. And I think with this, I'm just going to have to be very, very quite frank with this game and just say that it is really, really not good at all. Mainly because of, as it's a port from an Android game, you would think that they have touch controls for the mobile devices and things, but they haven't bothered to take them out. It still has the mobile port controls, but you've got the two on-screen the two touchscreen analog sticks to move about. And considering this is a browser port, and I'm currently playing on the PC, which is sort of the point of a browser game, which is the whole point of this series, this is just not on in any stretch of the imagination. This is just not on at all. If you're gonna port your game or a game from mobile devices to browsers, then you need to bother to change the bloody controls. Because frankly, like this, it's just not on. But the thing that ends up adding more salt into the wound is that this tactic of just going into the corner and spraying is probably the most effective thing you can do in the game. Because you can just sit here and garner points and just gain loads of points and things, and then just win. It's quite amazing that it's ended up being so ludicrously easy that, frankly, broken controls can't break it. And I think no matter how you look at it, it's bad either way. It's so easy. Broken controls are just still make the game playable, and I'm just stunned that there's a browser game calling itself a browser port of an Android game, and they haven't bothered to put in the controls. And to say to all the people, to say, oh yes, but maybe you can try the controls that you haven't used. It's like, well, I used a controller. I have used the usual keyboard controls of the WASD and the analog and the arrow keys, and even down to the really, really odd sort of circumstance where they end up using the numpad, and it's not that either. There's no mouse controls whatsoever. You can click anywhere on the screen, nothing happens. The only way to control this is through the analog sticks, and it really just isn't on. It isn't on in any sort of. It's fucking terrible. Frankly, it really is. Yeah, could try and make it harder on myself and try and just use the laser gun, which is probably a horrendous gun, or just use the other flamethrower. Yeah, this flamethrower just seems weaker. I think it's probably because this one is a beam, so no matter where you look at it, no matter where you can just sweep like that. I just set fire to everything. Or you could just do that and just do arcs, which are just as effective. That's the problem of them being so weak, the monsters actually end up getting to you. It is just terrible on all stretches. It is just bad. The controls are stupid because it still uses the mobile controls of its predecessor of what it's porting from, even though it's on PC and it has an abundant amount of buttons that can actually be used instead. It's far too easy. Far too easy. Having this this basically just ends the game. Just sitting in the corner and just spraying blindly. And then there's this. Well, this is literally it after it. It's just you do this for ages and try and get a score on a leaderboard, and then that's it. It's an unimpressive game that is uninteresting with broken Frankel controls. It's frankly broken controls. It really does. And so, yes, I will if that stuff gets fixed, then maybe I will go back to it. I will probably go back to it if they put in PC controls, actual controls for an actual computer, rather than bloody mobile ones. And if it more gets added, like something like even if it was just other arenas or something. To the moment, it's just this. It's just this arena with these 3 guns, with these 3 characters facing the same character model of a monster over and over again, which additionally does get glitched. It gets stuck. I've had these monsters get stuck outside the map. I've had to go off and kill them. I had to go searching for them, and it really, just kill me. Just kill me now. I'm not even gonna move. Just kill me now. Yeah. It just not good at all. I cannot recommend this game in any regard. It is just terrible. I will go back to it if it gets fixed, because it looks and feels, and then it just is unfinished. This, in no stretch of the imagination, can be called a finished browser game. No way. And considering it is now live, you can play it right now on Congregate. I will go back to it if the developer, with the name of Ismond, or Ismond, whatever, if they actually add stuff and actually fix it so it's not broken, then I will go back to it and re-review it and have another look. Because it just is and looks and feels and just is unfinished. I cannot recommend this game in any way to anyone.